The girl stood perfectly still while the world moved around her. That was how Erin Vale knew she was blind. Not from the milky sheen of her eyes. Those had fooled plenty of people before, but from the way her head tilted slightly, listening, mapping sound instead of sight. The way her fingers brushed the air ahead of her, never quite touching anything unless she was certain it wouldn't move. She was alien, small, fragile-looking, and completely alone in the refugee sector of Port Halcyon. Erin watched from his workbench, tools forgotten in his hands. She didn't beg, didn't call out, didn't panic. She just stood there, waiting. 1. Port Halcyon was where broken things ended up. Ships with bad drives. People with bad luck. Species no one wanted responsibility for. Erin fit right in. Once, he designed sensor arrays for frontier fleets. Now he fixed scavenge tech for credits barely worth the effort. Quiet work. Safe work. Or so he thought. The girl took one careful step forward. She bumped into a cargo crate and froze, breath hitching. Erin cursed under his breath. "Hey," he called gently. "You okay?" Her head snapped toward his voice. "Yes," she said quickly. "I am not damaged." Her accent was precise, learned from translators rather than conversation. Erin set his tools down and approached slowly. "What's your name?" he asked. "Mira." "Where's your handler, Mira?" Silence. Longer than it should have been. "I am not assigned one anymore," she said. That told him everything. 2. Her species, the Lyran, were known for advanced sensory processing, which made blindness a particularly cruel fate. "What happened?" Erin asked. Mira hesitated, then answered like it was a fact she'd already accepted. "My optic clusters were burned during orbital collapse. Regeneration was uneconomical." Uneconomical. Erin clenched his jaw. "Do you have any vision at all?" he asked. "No," she said. "But I remember light." That did something to him. He looked at his bench, at the scattered components, at an unfinished project he'd abandoned months ago, a neural interpretive visor meant to translate electromagnetic data into visual constructs. A prototype. Useless to sell, but maybe not useless. "Stay here," he said. Mira stiffened. "I am not stealing." "I know," Erin said. "Just wait." 3. The visor was rough. Wires exposed. Interface unstable. No guarantee it wouldn't overload her sensory cortex. Erin knelt in front of her, holding it carefully. "This might not work," he said honestly. "And if it does, it'll be strange at first." She turned her face toward him. "Strange how?" "You'll see things that aren't really there," he said. "Your brain will learn to translate them." She was quiet for a long moment. "Then, I would like that." He fitted the visor gently over her eyes and powered it on. For 3 seconds, nothing happened. Then, Mira gasped. Her hands flew up, fingers trembling. Her voice broke. "There are shapes." Erin's breath caught. "Colors?" he asked softly. "Yes," she whispered. "They are wrong, but beautiful." She laughed. It was unsteady, disbelieving, alive. 4. Erin didn't charge her, didn't register the device, didn't tell anyone. He adjusted the visor over the next few days, refining the translation layers, teaching her how to interpret depth and movement. Mira learned fast. Too fast. She began navigating the port alone, avoiding collisions, recognizing faces by outline and heat signature. People noticed. So did someone else. 5. The soldiers arrived on the 4th day. 4 of them. Black armor. No insignia. Precision movement that screamed elite. They didn't ask questions. They surrounded Erin's workshop and sealed the doors. Erin raised his hands calmly. "This is a mistake," he said. The lead soldier tilted his helmet slightly. "You are Erin Vale," she said. "Civilian engineer. You created a device for Lyran subject Mira, 7. Erin's heart dropped. "She has a name," he said. "So noted," the soldier replied. "You will come with us." Mira stepped forward, visor glowing faintly. "No," she said. All 4 soldiers snapped their weapons toward her. Erin moved instantly, placing himself between them. "She's not a weapon," he said sharply. "She's a child." The lead soldier paused. That remains to be determined. 6. They took him anyway. Mira watched as they escorted him through the port, her newly gained vision shaking with panic. You said I could see, she whispered. Did I do something wrong? Aaron looked back at her. No, he said firmly. You did everything right. That was the last thing she heard before the transport doors closed. 7. The facility was not a prison, which made it worse. Clean, quiet, polite. They explained everything in calm voices. The Lyran were a strategic species. Sensory augmentation could elevate them beyond civilian classification. Aaron's visor, unregistered, adaptive, neuralinked, was a threat. You altered a protected biological asset, the officer said. Aaron laughed bitterly. I helped a blind kid see. You gave her capability, the officer corrected, which invites exploitation. So you'll take it away, Aaron said. Because that's safer. The officer didn't deny it. 8. The door opened. Mira walked in. Alone. No restraints. Her visor shimmered, upgraded. Aaron stared. Mira. She walked straight to him, without hesitation. I followed the signal, she said. Your heart is loud when you are angry. The officer stiffened. That is not possible, one muttered. Mira turned her head toward them. You are wrong, she said calmly. He did not give me power. He gave me choice. The lead soldier studied her carefully. What do you see? She asked. Mira smiled faintly. I see intentions. Silence filled the room. 9. The verdict changed. Quietly. Officially, the visor was classified and shelved. Unofficially, Aaron was released. So was Mira. They didn't return to Port Halcyon. They left together, aboard a civilian transport heading somewhere no one cared enough to monitor. Aaron looked at her as the ship lifted off. You okay? He asked. Mira nodded. Yes, she said. I can see the stars now. He smiled. Good, he said. They're worth it. 10. Epilogue. Years later, the prototype visor would reappear in official designs. Refined. Sanitized. Stripped of credit. But among the Lyran, a story spread quietly. Of a human who ignored orders. Who built something not because it was profitable, but because someone asked what light looked like. The end.